This is Charles, who's divorced. He says that on a first date, he always keeps his fingers crossed. We showed him videotapes of these 3 single women, and he picked one as his date. Which one did he choose? Which one will our audience choose? And this is Maryanne, who's never been married. She says she's looking for a guy who's a go-getter. Which one of these men did she choose? Which one will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they picked, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here to tell us more about Love Connection is our host, Chuck Woolery.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. And welcome to Love Connection. Well, we've got kind of a new way for singles to meet, and here's how it works, okay? Now, we've compiled a videotape library of more than 1,000 attractive and available single people. We select some of those singles and show them 3 videotapes, and they choose the one that they're most attracted to and go out on a date. Then they come here and tell us what happened on their date. That's when the fun begins, okay? To begin with, let's meet a man who selected a date from our video library. He was married for 10 years. He's been single for 8, and he says that most women are from another planet. Please welcome Charles Lanes. Hi, Charles. Hi, how are you? Good. Come sit down. Now, I didn't say that most women were from another planet. You said that. Why did you say that?
Well, they come up with the strangest ideas. Their minds don't work like regular people. I mean,
regular people are men? Is that what you mean?
Well, people I suppose I can deal with better. You know, when I talk to a man, I know what he's going to, at least I think I know what he's going to say or how he's going to respond to certain questions. Mm-hmm. And women, now that's not a negative thing. I think that's what makes women so delightful.
You consider yourself normal?
Mostly, yeah. I like to do things that are spontaneous and spur-of-the-moment things that are appropriate for whatever is going on at the time.
Okay, now we know a little bit about you. Now we're going to show you all a portion of the tapes that Charles saw. Now you in the audience and you at home too, watch very closely because we're going to ask you to pick the woman that you think is best for him. Now first there was Eileen. She says that she's impulsive and she meets men in very strange places.
I was in a shoe store. And I looked up, and I saw this man's eyes, and I went, oh, my God, I think I'm in love. And we started dating. And somebody asked me the first day after I'd met him, you know, what did he look like? I guess, I don't know, I didn't get past his neck. All I saw were those eyes, and boom, that was it.
Okay. Next, there was Linda. Now, she's cautious and has some definite feelings about the single scene.
Usually once a week. I like to dance. I like to watch people. But there's usually a bunch of flakes. A lot of losers. There's everybody looking for a fast relationship, one-night stand.
And finally, you watch Terry. Now, she was raised in Illinois. She likes horseback riding and sailing, and says she likes men, too.
I really get along very well with them. They seem to be more open and more fun-loving and adventuresome. And it works out just fine unless one of them wants to get married and have a family.
Now, Charles selected one of those women as his date. Before we reveal who that is, we're going to show you all 3 one more time, okay? First, there was Eileen. She's 34 and a legal secretary. Then Linda, she's a 30-year-old personnel manager. And finally, Terry, she's a sales representative, and she's 38. Okay, audience, it's time to use your voting machines now. You've met Charles. You've seen his choices. Who do you think's the best lady for him? Here in the studio and at home, too. Make your choice right now, okay? We're going to take a break, and when we return, we're going to meet the woman that Charles selected and hear everything that happened on their date. You hang in there, and we'll be right back. Okay, in a little while, we're going to find out who the audience picked, but right now, we're going to find out who Charles selected, okay? Charles, who did you select?
I picked Terry.
Terry. Now, why did you choose Terry, Charles?
She was very attractive and looked very interesting, but she said something. She said that she liked dating younger men, like 26-year-olds. And she said that the older men just couldn't keep up with her. And so I was going to prove to her that even though I was over 35, I was actually 40, I wasn't dead. And I could actually keep up with her.
Old person, aren't you?
Right.
Well, now here on Love Connections, we get both sides of the story. We ask our couples not to speak to each other after their date, and Terry's backstage. Let's say hello to Terry Royce.
Hi, Terry.
Hi,
Terry, what was your first impression of Charles?
Well, Charles and I had arranged to meet at a a certain place, a grocery store next to me, and I went to the parking lot, and I saw this guy that looked like the description he gave me, hobbling across the parking lot. And I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "I've been looking around for a tree to hang from." And it went on from there. He had thrown his back out or something, but he was not in great physical shape.
Charles, what happened to you?
Of all things, I was, a few months earlier, I injured my back in a skiing accident.
Oh.
And it wasn't that bad, but it got progressively worse. And by the time of our date, I was getting muscle spasms. And the only way I could get relief is either lying flat on my back or hanging from my arms, like from a chinning bar. So
This is a guy who's going to show her he can keep
right,
up.
and this was... And all night long,
Poor guy.
all night long, I was going to do things to show her how vigorous and healthy I was.
And did you?
What he did
I'm
was
not
look
sure.
for places to hang.
Because the first thing that happened is I was going to meet her in the parking lot. I was waiting for her, and she didn't show up. And so there's this tree, and my back was starting to hurt.
So you hung from that.
I grabbed the tree, and I hung there. And she pulled up just at that time.
Just as you were hanging from the tree.
So even on the way to her apartment, I had to hang from the banister. I mean, everywhere I looked, I was looking for a place to hang just to relieve my back. The whole night it was that way.
Terry, did you sympathize with Charles, or what did you think?
By the time we got to my apartment an hour or so later, we'd finished off about a half a bottle of champagne, and I was not feeling any pain, and Charles was getting a little better for a while. It was real funny.
Oh, so your back was kind of straightening out by the time you got to the apartment. Of course, Charles.
Yes.
Momentarily.
What'd you do then?
I had planned on going to a restaurant and going to a disco nightclub for dancing afterwards.
Where did you hang out in the restaurant?
Well, that was difficult. I found a place in the restroom, on the toilet stall. There's a bar over the toilet stall, so every 15 minutes I go and hang off the toilet stall. And,
anybody see you?
Yeah, that was funny. One man walked in and looked at me, and I nodded at him, and he nodded back, and he did his business, walked out, and then afterwards we went to this disco nightclub, and the whole intention was I was going to dance all night long and show her that I could outlast her. I was going to dance until she fell. So here I am with my bent over back, and we did. We danced. We had a marvelous time, but we could only dance for a short period of time because I have found a place in this nightclub where I could lie down on the floor, and here it is in this nightclub, and I didn't have no problems. You just when you have to do something, you do it. It was marvelous. It was really.
And the date ended with you holding your back, walking into the door, I guess. Yes.
I hobble off into the night.
Well, I think it's time to see who the audience voted for in your case. I'd be kind of interested to see that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Let's take a look over here and see. And it's Eileen, number 1, with 44%. Now, Charles, we picked up the tab for your first date, and anytime a guest follows the audience's advice, we'll pay for the date. Would you like to go out on a date with Eileen?
Sure, why not? I'll try her. My back is better
How's
now.
your back? I was going to say.
I'm ready for it this time.
Terry, how you doing, hon?
Oh, fine.
Is that okay with you if he goes out with Eileen?
Yeah, I looked around and found somebody with a better back, and now I'm a little bit...
Well, we have a nice gift for you, honey. Thank you for being on the show. We appreciate it very much. Charles, thank you for being on the Love Connection. We have a nice gift for you as well, and I hope you have a great time with Eileen. Come back and tell us how it was, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Yeah, just stay still. We're going to come back with another couple in just a minute. You hang in there.
All right. Same thing?
Yup. This is our year.
You know, if getting AT&T's best deal on the new iPhone 17 Pro without needing the most expensive plan taught me anything, it's that switching things up can be a good call. So how about we try something that's timeless?
Oh, yeah. Good call. Ooh. Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us. Designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet. Most expensive plan not required.
Perfect Buffalo day as snow flurries come down here on the field. Welcome to a brand new season.
This is a de facto playoff game.
Oh, it's caught!
He got loose. Come on, we gotta bring him home. Get up alongside him. Get ready. Here it comes. Yeah, turn him now.
Someone once said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right.
Okay, we're back. This time, let's meet a woman who chose a date from our video library. Now, she's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and says that her favorite pastime is meeting new people. Please welcome Maryanne Linkus. Hi, Maryanne. How you doing,
Nice to see you, too. Thank you.
I got lipstick on my thing here?
No, you don't.
No, okay.
I wouldn't do that to you.
So you really like meeting new people, huh?
Yes, I find it very exciting. You run into so many interesting and stimulating people, and it just makes life exciting.
Where do you meet them?
Everywhere, on the streets, in the supermarkets, waiting at the red light for the dumb car in front of you to go.
Can you always find something to talk about when you're talking to these people?
Yes. A friend once described me by saying that I could walk into an elevator that's empty and talk to the buttons. I can always find something to talk about.
Now that we know a little bit about you, we're going to show you a portion of the tapes that Maryanne saw. And watch very closely because you're going to get to vote again, okay? First, there was Rick. Now, he says he likes to work hard, play harder, and he tells about the perfect woman.
I like actually a mature sort of a person, so the age could vary. As long as she's gorgeous from 25 to 45, who cares? But I think an active person and an energetic person.
And next there was Jeffrey. Now, he says he's a nice guy with a dirty mind and tells us why he hasn't settled down yet.
I had a lot of, wild living that I had to get out of my system. I think I must have touched all the bases. Just going out and just raising hell, racing motorcycles and racing cars and doing a lot of different types of work that probably weren't really financially supportive.
Finally, you watched Curtis. Now, he claims to be a romantic, sensitive type, but he seems to have kind of a weird sense of humor.
I like to do strange things on dates. Well, for example, I go to the bowling alley, get a glass of wine, and make names up for the people that are bowling. I make fun of them. I don't let them hear me because they're usually bigger than I am. That can be very threatening.
Now, before we find out who Maryanne chose as her date, let's see all three of these guys again, okay? First, there's Rick. He's a 35-year-old comptroller. And then we met Jeffrey. He's a bartender, and he's 31. And finally, Curtis. He's a teacher, and he's 35. Okay, audience, it's time to vote again. Who do you think's the best date for Maryanne, okay? Now, here in the studio and at home, too, make your choice right now, okay? Now, in a little while, we're going to find out who the audience picked. But right now, let's find out who Maryanne selected. Maryanne? Who did you
Chuck,
select?
I selected Rick.
You selected Rick?
Yes.
Okay, that's number one. Why'd you select Rick?
He seemed very nice with a good personality, and it intrigued me when he said he likes to work hard and play harder. I like people who are achievers and go out for what they want.
Okay, now in Love Connections, we always hear both sides of the story, and Rick's backstage, so let's welcome Rick Pearson. Hey, Rick. Now, since, as I've said many times before, this is a blind date for you. You don't get to see her at all. What was your first impression of Maryanne?
Well, when I first met Maryanne, I walked up to her and said, "Hi, Maryanne, I'm Rick," and I took off my sunglasses and I said, "Gee, you're gorgeous." So I really thought she was pretty.
Sounds pretty good to me, Rick. Did it turn out to be a pretty good date?
It was actually a super date.
Great. Terrific. Maryanne, what did you do on your date?
We took a train ride to San Juan Capistrano. We
Nice.
had dinner.
Oh, how nice.
And we listened to some music down there and came back home on the train.
Good. Anything kind of interesting or unusual happen while you were going on the train or
Oh,
getting on
yes.
the train? Or
It was
what?
a real exciting train ride. We saw great scenery. We saw dump yards and auto towns. It was really exciting, and I fell asleep.
You fell asleep
it
going
wasn't
down?
because Rick's company was boring.
No, really?
No, actually,
Rick, is that right? Is that all you saw down
No, I
there?
fell asleep coming back.
Yeah, on the way down, I asked Maryanne if she'd like something to drink. And I had a glass of wine, and she said she'd prefer some lemonade. So I bought her a can of lemonade, and after about a half an hour of sipping on the lemonade, her speech was getting slurred, and she was stuttering a lot. So she was wondering if I had spiked it, I guess.
Did you?
No, I didn't have a chance to.
How was dinner now?
Dinner was very nice. We had a very nice dinner, and I had very good company. Rick's a great conversationalist and a very nice person. We just had a super time.
Great. Okay. Anything happen on the train ride back?
Well, I think we had the train ride back with some ex-convicts coming from the prison farm. We walked through to get a drink, and the guys looked like they just had jumped out of jail. And I said, Rick, stay close behind me. I don't want to walk down the train by myself.
And I was close behind her.
Anything else happen, Rick?
Well, we were up. We had gone through one stop, and it seemed like all the convicts got off. And suddenly we were all alone in the car. And as it turned out, we were getting to know each other a little bit better.
That's when I fell asleep on him.
Now let's let Rick tell his side.
We were
Yes.
getting to know
Did she fall asleep on you, Rick, right there?
Well, eventually.
Oh, what happened before she fell asleep, Rick?
Well, we were getting to know each other better, and the windows were kind of getting steamed up. And all of a sudden, I felt a presence in the car that had been empty, and I looked up, and there was a little 6-year-old boy kind of staring and wondering what we were doing. So,
He must have been with another date.
No, come on, let's be fair now. Were you kissing and stuff? Rick?
Yes.
Yes! I think Rick lost his place there for a second.
Hi, Rick.
That's okay, you can kiss. I mean, you're adult people. That's okay. Was that nice? Did you like that?
Did I like what?
Did you like kissing?
That's right. Take it easy. The train ride was very nice.
Boy, I tell you, you talk about a non-commitment. I can't believe it. Okay, let's take a look and see who the audience voted. You guys sound like you had a pretty good date. Let's take a look and see who they voted for, okay? Oh, Rick, 42%. Yeah. Now, we picked up the tab for the first date. If you follow our audience's advice and you want to go out with Rick again, we'll pick up the tab for the second date. What do you think?
Great. Sounds good to me.
You like to do that?
Yes.
More time on the train, huh?
Well, maybe we should stay away from trains this time.
How about it, Rick? You want to go out?
Sounds super.
Well, come on down here and let's get together. Good. Great. Come over and sit down. You guys sound like you had a steamy date the first time. Now, I figure you can stay awake on the next date?
I'll try.
You'll try. I bet you will. Okay. We have a nice gift for both of you. Why don't you stay in touch and let us know how everything's going, okay?
Okay, good.
All right. Now, we're going to take a break. When we come back, the audience is going to select a date for our next guest. And we'll be right back to do that in just a minute. Stay with us. Now, our next guest was shown videotapes of 3 women, and rather than choose his own date, he's agreed to let our audience decide who he should go out with. So let's meet him right now. He was raised in Houston. His hobby is girl watching, and he wishes he had 9 lives and 2 bodies. That's what he says. Please welcome Steve Bratt. Steve? How you doing, Steve? I'm doing fine, thanks. 9 bodies and 2 lives, or 2 bodies and 9 lives?
2 bodies and 2 lives, I think.
Gosh, I would think so. What would you do with all that?
Well, there's a lot of things I'd like to do.
Can you say it on TV?
Some of it I can, and a lot of it I can't. And I think that if you're going to do a lot of driving, you need a spare, so I think I need 2 bodies. And 9 lives, I think I could fill up 9 lives and maybe even some more.
You're 27, right?
27.
You got a lot of gray hair for a guy who's 27.
Yeah, I don't know if it comes from playing or from working. I think must be a little bit of both.
Combination of both,
A little
okay?
bit of both. They love it.
All right. Now, I tell you what. Now we know a little bit about you. We're going to show you some of the portions of the tapes that we showed Steve, okay? Now, remember, Steve has agreed to let the audience decide which one he should date, so watch very carefully, because it's going to be all up to you. First, there's Maureen. Now, she's from Pennsylvania. She likes interior decorating, and she's learned an important lesson about men.
Most men seem to want to be lovers before they want to be friends. And I think I've learned that in the long run, that's not as successful. And I'm learning to come across to men so that they won't approach me that way, that they'll want to get to know me better first.
Next, there was Kathy. Now, she's from Michigan. She loves lying in the sun and going to nightclubs, and here's what she doesn't like.
I don't like a man that's completely sexist and thinks I'm a dizzy blonde. I like a man that respects a woman, that's strong. I guess the old movie star type.
And finally, you watch Margaret. Now, Margaret's another blonde from Michigan, and here's what she has to say, okay? Watch Margaret.
A lot of times I'm asked if I dye my hair, and I don't. And I'm not dumb, so I don't have to go through that, because a lot of times people will, when they speak to me, will find out very quickly that I'm far from being stupid.
Okay, audience. Now, before you decide who Steve should go out with, let's show you all three once again, okay? First, there is Maureen. Now, she's a 28-year-old singer. Then Kathy, she's a videotape editor, and she's 22. And finally, Margaret, and she's a 28-year-old nurse. Okay, it's time to vote. Who would you like to see Steve go out with? Make your choice right now, okay? Yeah, you ever gone on many blind dates before?
I've been on several blind dates before.
They work out all right?
Generally, they do. I tend to get along with people very well, but as far as being keepers or repeating dates, that's usually a different story.
I think our vote's in. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
The white-knuckle flight.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope they were kind to me.
The audience chose Kathy, the second one, 76%.
Good. Good. Thank you. Yeah.
We're going to have a blind date with, she's cute.
She's cute.
She's kind of cute, yeah.
She's cute.
What's the first thing you think you'll say to her? Think about this. Very first thing.
I'm just glad to be going out with her. She looks very, very good.
Hi, boy, I'm really glad to be going out with you. You look good. Well, let us know as soon as you have your date, okay, so we can have you back on the show and hear all about it. We do that?
It should be fun.
That's great. Just stay seated right there. That's our show for today. We're going to be back tomorrow now with more singles trying to make a love connection. I'm Chuck Woolery, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye, everybody.
Some guests on Love Connection will receive one of the following. A tote bag from Pan American World Airways. Across the country and around the world, serving 6 continents, 47 countries, and over 110 cities. Pan Am, you can't beat the experience. Or Jovan Musk. Drop for drop, Jovan Musk has brought together more men and women than any other fragrance in history. Try it today and see for yourself. Jovan Musk. Or a versatile, full-valued 106-channel public service scanner radio. Scan for the action with Regency.
Or new Glade Spin Fresh Air Freshener. Continuous bathroom freshness plus an automatic burst of fragrance when you spin it. New Glade Spin Fresh.
This is Rod Roddy speaking for Love Connection.